Welcome back, everyone. This is Major League Gaming. We're now on episode 3 of The Legend of Zelda, Ocarina of Time. And I'll be doing the first major gathering of this game. First, we're going to go back over here to play a minigame to get the final Deku Seed upgrade. Now, as long as you're in town, time will be frozen. But if you want time to flow, you have to be outside in the field. And there we go, we got it. Yeah, you know, honestly, if you're playing this game for the first time, getting that Deku Seed upgrade isn't going to be very easy. Anyway, we got it. Let's go ahead and move on. We're going to head out of the market. Our next up is Kakariko Village, but it'll probably be nighttime by the time we get there. Before I do that, let me go ahead and get some more rupees, actually, because I'll be needing a lot of these for the next heart piece. Which could be difficult to get, if I'm honest with you. Okay, let's... Okay, so once we exit the town, we're gonna head over to the left, all the way to the left, actually. Because there are a lot of things we can get there over there right now. Let me see if I can get there before the sun sets, actually. Okay, it actually worked out pretty nicely. So as long as it's daytime, what we could do is that we can gather some Kukos to get an empty bottle, which can be used for like a lot of things. Kakariko Village. Yeah, so let's go ahead and gather up all the Kukos first, bring them to Andrew, the Kuko lady. I believe her name is Andrew in like every other Zelda game. That was also her name in The Legend of Zelda Majora's Mask and the Minish Cap. There's really not much to see here besides carpenters running around so gleefully. The carpenter boss isn't really happy about this, but we'll get into that in just a moment. Actually, let me go see what the carpenter boss has to say about it. His dialogue is pretty funny. I do feel bad for him, though. Gee, yeah. Being a boss of the carpenters must really suck. Carpentry is really hard work. I remember watching this TV series called Catch a Contractor, featuring Adam Carolla and Skip Adele. They are two guys that go around the state of California to catch bad contractors, shady ones, in fact, and they try to force them to like fix their shoddy work after screwing over some homeowners. And very much rightfully so too, because you know, people should not even be scammed that way. Yeah, so once we get all the Kukos, there is another song that we need to learn for the Ocarina. It's going to be very helpful against a certain monster, which I'll get into in just a moment. We can use this cuckoo to get this heart piece. Alright, good. Now there's a cool trick to get the other cuckoos on the other side of that fence over there. All we have to do is climb up to that huge ladder over there, and we can get to them. I always love how these guys run. It's just so funny and also very fun to watch. Also, that guy on the rooftop over there will give us a heart piece. All you have to do is do this little trick, and you got it. No matter what, you're always gonna hit this fence. You can climb up here and talk to this guy for a heart piece. Okay. Alright, let's get these cuckoos on the other side. Alright, that's gonna be all of them. But yeah, we definitely have like a lot to gather right now. There we go, our first empty bottle. There's another one in Lon Ranch, which I'll be going to in just a moment here. For right now, I'm gonna take this bottle. We're gonna gather some bugs over here. We need bugs to get some Skulltulas and some soft soil areas. There we go, our first. This is the Kakariko Village Graveyard. Not much to see right now, but it's going to be more important to us later on. For now, I'm going to go over here. I'm going to use the bug that I collected to make a Skulltula come out and defeat it. Alright, we got that Skulltula. Let's go over here. This is the royal family's tomb that we're going to visit. We can access it by playing Zelda's Lullaby. It's not a... well, it's a pretty creepy place to be in, though. Which I'll explain in just a moment. This place is like really nasty. Okay. Let's get our slingshot out and take out the keys in this area. Okay, yeah, so be careful when you enter this door here. If you talk to the skeleton, Those who break into the royal tomb will be obstructed by the lurkers in the dark. Let me show you what he means by that, though. These guys in here are what the skeleton's talking about. These guys are known as ReDeads. Basically the zombie enemies of the Zelda series. Whatever you do, don't let these guys scream in your face if you get near them. Because if you get too close to a ReDead and they see you, they're gonna cling on to you until your life goes out before you have a chance to say oops. That's how nasty they are. Trust me. I've been down that road before. ReDeads are a major threat to this game. So whenever you see a ReDead, depending on the situation, you could just leave it alone or take them out if you have to. If it's not necessary, you can leave the ReDeads alone, but if you're forced to take them out, do it. The ReDeads hate the Sun Song, so you can use this to your advantage. It's a lot safer to take out the ReDeads with the Sun Song equipped. If you don't do this first, you're gonna have a really hard time taking them out. And that's definitely not something you want to do. Restless souls wonder where they don't belong. Bring them calm with the Sun Song. Yep. That's exactly what I meant over there. Okay, let's go back over here then. I want to play the Sun Song to demonstrate. Once the Sun Song is played, you can keep the ReDeads frozen in place, and they won't bother you. Okay, once we head out of this place, we should be able to meet Dampé the Gravekeeper. Before we do that, though, actually, you know what? Let me talk to him first, because if we play like his little mini game, we might have the chance to get a heart piece from these soft soil areas. However, the heart piece located in this area is always random, so it's really mostly luck that comes into play here. Okay, not what I wanted, but let's keep going. Yeah, there are some graves that we could pull back to access a secret area. I'll get into that in just a moment. Come on, buddy, move a little faster than that, will ya? Jeez. Well, we're sure getting lucky with the rupees being dug out of here. Let's see if we'll get lucky with this one, though. Not much luck out of that one, huh? Alright, let me go over here then. We're gonna pull this grave back. There's actually a ReDead that we could defeat for a heart piece, but it's a little tricky to get, though. The first thing you definitely want to do is freeze it with the Sun Song, and then get behind and attack it with your sword. Don't do anything stupid with these guys, because these guys are not to be taken lightly at all. Once you defeat it, play the Sun Song again to reveal a chest containing a heart piece. You definitely want to get to the habit of saying this game the old-fashioned way, no matter which console you play it on. Saving your game the old way can definitely help you a lot. Alright, let's see if we can get this heart piece over here again. Wow, look at that. I got the rupees back that I just spent. Nice. Please don't take this. I hope this doesn't take forever for the sake of the video. This part... Oh my god. I hate this part so much. There we go. That actually wasn't so bad, but again, you know, it's really random. Whenever you play this game, the heart piece in this area is always going to be random for you. It's really annoying. Anyway, once we go down here to get this, open up this chest, we'll get ourselves a Hylian shield. If you talk to the guard that's guarding the entrance to Death Mountain, he'll let you get a discount from the bazaar in the town market to get it cheaper. But you can get it here for free, though. Anyway, our work here is done. Let me make a suspend point just to just to be safe. All right, let's move on. Yeah, so here at night, there are a lot of Skulltulas we can defeat right now. For every 10 Skulltulas, you can get a reward from the House of Skulltulas here in Kakariko Village, which I'll be covering in just a moment. Yeah, always make sure you have rupees with you no matter what. Yeah, this tree at night will have a Skulltula for us to catch. If you talk to this guy over here, he doesn't really have much to say. He's just really some guy that I guess he doesn't really have much going on in life, or whatever the case may be. Okay. Okay, so at this point we should have taken out about 10 Skulltulas total at this point. Let me go ahead and collect this one up here, then we'll go ahead and get our first reward. Whoops, didn't mean to fall hard like that. Yeah, so we have 11 Skulltulas captured. This house over here is the House of Skulltulas. Now, if you look closely, these are not actual spiders. These guys are cursed. Whoops. Let me, Oops, come on. Didn't mean to do that. Yeah, so every 10 Skulltulas, one of the kids here will come back to normal. Yeah, so there are yeah, so there are like, let's see, 1, 2, 3. So, yeah, so up to 50 Skulltulas we have to defeat to save these guys. For the last one, however, you have to get all 100 of them. Okay, so we got all the Skulltulas here. Let's go ahead and make it daytime. And we're going to head out and head over to Lon Ranch next. There's another song we have to learn, and a bunch of other collectibles we have to get there too. So Lon Ranch will be right in the very center of the map. I'm gonna skip this part just a little bit. I'll see you guys in just a moment. Okay, so here we are, Lon Ranch. Alright, so the first thing we want to do is we're going to go... Let me break these jars for some rupees first. We're going to go in here and play a minigame with Talon. Before I do that, I'm going to make things a little easier here. Going to throw all these Cuckoos to this very corner. This is optional, however. You don't really have to do this, but if you want to make things easier for yourself, you can definitely do this. Some people say it's cheating. I mean, which in a way it is, but I mean it's not like I'm cheating like as a speed running or whatever. I'm not a speed runner, so you know I can do this however I see fit. Get over here. Well, that one got out, but it doesn't really matter. Let me put you back in the quarter, actually, just to make things easier. You have to let him talk a little bit before you start playing the game with him. Yeah, if you don't do what I just did just now, you're gonna have a hard time with this minigame. It's really not that hard to beat, but still. This will just help save time for the sake of the video. For a moment, I thought these guys just disappeared on me, like through a glitch or something. Yeah, I'm gonna hold on to the milk until I actually need it for later. There are 2 servings of milk in a bottle, so if you need to, you can drink it to restore up to 5 hearts at a time. And here's Ingo. He's dressed up like Luigi. Except he has Waluigi's mustache. I'm just saying. Anyway, there's really not much to see here. Let's go up here and talk to Malin real quick. There's a tree with the Skulltula here I'm going to get first, though. Let's do that. Yeah, so Skulltulas appear around the fields at night. So you definitely need to be aware of your surroundings if you hear one and take it out however you can. But anyway, let's go and talk to Melon over here. And we'll learn Epona's song. Yeah, we'll have to see Saria next in just a moment. But let's take care of business here first before we do that. Yep. After learn the song, Epona will become attached to you. Unfortunately, you have no way of writing baby Epona in this game. That only becomes a thing in Majora's Mask. Anyway, then once we have that, we're gonna go all the way over here, and we're gonna go ahead and get another heart piece in this building over here. Okay, here we are. Alright. Once I get this, I'm gonna save the game like the old-fashioned way. I'm gonna use the NSO's reset game function to take a little shortcut back to Kokiri Forest. Because there are some other things that I gotta do right now. That might have to wait for like another video, actually, because the video is long enough as it is anyway, so yeah. Yeah, so in the next video, I'll be collecting a couple more things. I'm going to learn Saria's song, and then we're going to head into Death Mountain. Alright, yep, this is where I'm going to stop right now. So, let me make my suspense point just to make sure we don't lose our progress. And with that being said, this is Major League Gaming, logging out. You guys have a good one. Thank you for tuning in. I'll see you guys in the next video. Thank you.